I recently found the footage of my first ever solo Fortnite win buried in an old laptop. I managed to get the files out and turn it into this video. So this is the entirety of my first ever solo win in Fortnite. This was recorded on May 18th, 2018 at, I believe, 1:12 in the morning. Everybody in my house was asleep, so anytime you hear me talk in-game, I'm whispering because I didn't want to wake anybody up. I recorded this on a whim very late at night because I wanted to stress test my Elgato capture card to see what it could handle. I had just recently gotten it, so I wanted to see what it looked like, what editing a video would look like, or recording it would look like using a microphone and all that good stuff. So this was completely by chance that I managed to record my first ever solo win. As you can see, I'm speeding through a lot of the not very exciting parts of it because there is a lot of me standing around doing nothing, not really exploring anything or fighting anybody or anything like that. This is the first interaction with another player right here. I'm going to take them out pretty easily, not to brag. This was very early in Fortnite's release, so I wasn't good at it. I'm probably still not good at it, but first one down in what would end up being my first solo win. If you'd like to see the entirety of this match without me talking over it in the present day, just exactly the way it was recorded in this particular moment in May of 2018, there's going to be a link in the description to a video for it. You can go watch the whole thing. It's not very exciting. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of me standing around and doing nothing, but if you'd like to see it exactly as it was, by all means, you're more than welcome to do so. I've mentioned this before, but the first time I ever played Fortnite was in a squad, and we won that game, which was really cool. This was not my first solo game, but this is just one that I decided randomly to record to test my laptop and how it would handle using the Elgato capture card. And it did a pretty good job. Maybe not the highest quality, but the sound didn't desync. The microphone did a really good job too, although I don't say very much. I don't know, I'm really happy with how this came out now, because this was like at least a year before I uploaded anything as OddHour. So I don't know, kind of like a glimpse in the past almost. I like that I'm really happy that I was able to find this and turn it into this video. Brace yourself, you're about to hear one of the things I said back in May when I recorded this. I had to grab the mic and bring it really close, so it's going to sound pretty bad, but here it is.
You saw that dude didn't see me, right? I'm like a stealth ninja. Psycho Mantis.
And then I stood here for maybe 2 minutes. I mean, look at that timer go down. I stood here for a really, really long time. I was just afraid someone was going to spot me. I do step out and try to snipe this particular player. I did not do a very good job. I'm not a big fan of how snipers worked in Fortnite back then, or now, to be completely honest, but I tried. I did 63 damage, which was pretty good. I tried to track this dude and shoot him. I'm just not very good with the sniper. I say that, but I think my next kill here is actually with a sniper. So maybe I'm not as terrible as I thought, but definitely not as good as I should be. This dude's running. I really like Tomato Town in the original Fortnite map. I miss it very much. But yeah, this dude just kind of stands still. I'm not sure what the plan was for that guy. I don't know. Maybe he didn't expect to get got that quickly, or he's trying to spot me. But terrible game plan. Terrible game plan. I decided I wanted to get the loot from the guy I took out with the sniper, so I went and did that. And then as I was backtracking to go where I was, I heard, just because it was the middle of the night, it was super quiet, I managed to hear this person build behind me, so I turned around. That probably would have been the end of this game for me, if it wasn't super quiet, but it worked out really nicely. And then I'm going to camp in this bridge for a really, really long time. I think my logic was, if anybody's going to use the bridge, I should be able to cut them off, which is exactly what happens. There's someone sneaking up on me now who I get into a shootout with, and I end up winning, kind of on a whim. They start building, I'm able to shoot through most of their stuff. This was pretty lucky that I turned around when I did. Maybe, I don't remember hearing this person, but I think I got nervous because the storm was closing. And that's another person down. You'll notice here there is a gold burst assault rifle. Even back then, I did not like burst weapons. I still don't like burst weapons, for anybody who has no idea who I am or what I'm talking about. Not a fan of burst weapons at all, especially in Fortnite. I'm going to let this next sequence play out for pretty much the entirety of it, because we're getting pretty close to the end of the game. There's only 4 players left. I got hit from a really far distance. No idea where that came from, but I know the general direction. So I hide behind this tree, get my shields back up. I should have used a medkit here for that last bit of 5 health. I don't know why I didn't. I had a spare medkit. Maybe I was just nervous, because I think here's where the nerves start to settle in. Like, there's only 4 people left. someone just hit you. I probably wasn't thinking clearly, but this person had the drop on me. A better sniper shot might have taken me out and ruined this game, but they didn't do a very good job of taking me down. They did a little bit more damage, and then got him right there. Easy peasy. Then I go and pick up their stuff, and that pretty much how that resolves. The next thing that happens, I'm pretty sure, is the shootout with... This was back when John Wick was the premier skin. So I'm going to go up this hill. Not a lot happens for the most part, but this final sequence, I'm going to stop talking. You're going to listen to the entirety of it as it happened. Please enjoy.
I won. Give me that. I won. Delicious. Yum.
Let's go back and take a look at this. I won with 2 health, which is really, really funny, especially remembering that I could have had 5 more health using a health kit. This was an incredible moment. I'm still so lucky that I was able to record it. I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say. I hope you enjoyed this. I've had several solo wins since this. I'm somewhere in the double digits now. I have no idea. I stopped counting after a bit, but I really like Fortnite. I have an epic partner code if you want to support me when you spend your V-Bucks. And yeah, thank you very much for watching.